What is good with you? It is your boy Travis Kinley coming back to you with another one. The video started out a little bit different, all down here and all this other foolishness, because it just dawned on me that I left my selfie stick at home. I think it's on my dresser, bro, for real. I searched, I just left the house. And I actually dropped my clothing and belongings off at my truck a day or two before I left the house. Man, it's one of these rest areas with the grill outside. Like, if you got to do your 34, that's how you trying to do it, bro. But, yeah, I dropped my stuff off at the house like a day or two in advance. I'll let y'all see where I'm at. Bastion, Virginia. You can kind of see back there. So it wasn't even unpacked. I just threw it in the truck and went back to the house. I don't know, man. I took the selfie stick home talking about I was going to record a video, knowing good and well, bro, I know I ain't recording no video in a hot minute. I think for Christmas, I was home for like 3 weeks. Didn't record not one video. Didn't go live one time. No excuses. I don't remember the last. I'm not even going to look at my YouTube to see when the last time I posted a video on here. But I mean, everything is straight, man. I'm not headed too far north, so it's all good, but it's still a little bit chilly. We just hit the 30s or something like that. I said, boy, let me hurry up and get this doggone video done. But I tell you what, we outside. We ain't going to be long. Nah. That's a that's a house joke. I'll tell you, the joke is based on this. I'll tell you real quick, and then we're going to get to it. The joke is based on the fact that I don't really like going places. I'm just not that type of dude. I prefer to be at the house or whatever. I mean, it's not even nothing against other people that invite me places. It's just I don't like going places. I'd just rather be at my house. Rather be in a recliner, whatever. I'd rather be at the house. One time I was sitting in a church and the pastor asked a question. He said, where is the happiest place on earth? Unbeknownst to me, there was a marketing answer for that. And the answer is Disney. Well, I'm not really a Disney guy like that. So I yell, home, while everybody yells Disney. Well, Travis is louder than most people. So everybody was like, I was like, bruh, what time is it? I'm ready to go to the house now. So anyway, since I like being home so much, one time, me and one of my daughters was going somewhere, to a store or something like that. And I told her, I was like, look, we ain't going to be long. We just going real quick. And that's when I made up the whole, we ain't going to be long now. It's like, if you've never been in one of them Southern Baptist churches where the black preacher is like up there singing, that's the punchline of the joke that you're missing. That's the part of the joke you're missing. But, so that's why every time we go somewhere, we ain't going to be long. I'd be like, all right, Gloria, that's one of my kids' names. Hey, Gloria, how long we going to be? She said, not long. We ain't going to be long. You got to cut her off like The Rock used to do on wrestling. How long we gonna be? Not long. We ain't gonna be long. But anyway, I was rolling and I was like, yo, I've been reading a lot of stuff. I got to figure out how to hold my phone for the next however long I'm gonna be at work without a doggone thing. I'm trying to make more videos. Y'all bear with your boy. A lot of us from, my prime generation, we trying to push out more videos, okay? Some of us got kids, right? Some of us just bought a ranch. We trying to manage the ranch and the kids and the dog and the, everything else. So you got to be patient with us. We trying to push out some more videos like this, but we ain't gonna be long. Anyways, I've been paying attention a little bit to the economy because I was thinking about buying a house, a second house, what I want to do, things of that nature. And one of the things I thought about was, this recession that the Federal Reserve, they're trying to bring upon to lower inflation rates, things of that nature. You know what I'm talking about if you know what I'm talking about. I just thought about kind of how that affects people and stuff like that, right? Let's go this way. The sun's back there. There we go. I need somewhere to rest my arm holding this phone up. And I just thought about a number of decisions that I've made over the last 5 years, really. I'm not going to talk about the ones from the last 5 years. I'm going to talk about the ones specifically while I've been trucking. But 3 decisions I've made over the past almost 3 years since I've been trucking that have really affected how well I can weather storms, financial storms. Whether it's recession or whether it's like if my company right now, Circon, if they just shut down all of a sudden. 3 decisions I've made in the past 3 years that have really changed the way I'm able to weather financial storms, deal with financial pressure, that greatly impact how I make financial decisions, including where I'm working or in the case of owner-operators, what loads I would take. In the case of being a lease operator at Prime, same thing, what loads I want to take, things of that nature. First decision that I made, and I've said this before on this channel, first decision that I made was to not spend all my money, not run myself thin. Now, we've talked on my channel a number of times about how my biggest regret was buying that Harley. But I could have done a lot more than that, but I didn't. That is one reason why I'm able to weather financial storms. People, especially new truckers, I still see a lot of comments from newer truckers here on YouTube and still kind of dialogue with you in the comments and everything. The majority of us, before we became truck drivers, didn't make this kind of money. When you start, don't splurge like that. Don't create new habits, create new hobbies, create this, eat it all up. Just put it in a bank and let it sit. I can tell you another way. Anyway, put it in a bank and let it sit. I didn't buy a bunch of stuff. I don't have a new vehicle. I just bought a used vehicle like a month or 2 ago. So you're talking 2.5 years into trucking. I bought a used vehicle for, I think I spent like $4,000 on it. Cash. Didn't finance none of that foolishness. Not foolishness, but I'm not paying nobody for borrowing money. I just bought the vehicle, right? Other than that, now I could have bought more vehicles than that, but I didn't want to, right? What I'm saying is don't go buy a new Dodge Ram, a new Silverado, a new this, a new that. Just save the money, man. Put it in an account, pay your bills, chill, man, and focus on getting your job done. Focus on learning this new industry, this new trade, these new interstates, so on and so on and so on. Beautiful. Sometimes you got to look out from behind the camera, man. I don't know if y'all can see real good. Y'all can't really see that good. It don't look right on camera. Anyways, second decision I made that greatly impacts how I can weather storms in my life. Financial storms, financial pressure, the financial decisions, choosing a job, choosing loads, whatever. This decision really changed how I do things. Lowering as much as possible my debt to income ratio. Your debt to income ratio is basically your income divided by your monthly expenses as far as debt though, not utilities and stuff like that, actual debt. Lowering my debt to income ratio as much as possible. I got that jump down to almost 8% right now. You lower your debt to income ratio and you can weather storms a lot better than most people because you're not pressured by all of these bills. What are some ways you can lower your debt to income ratio? Number 1, pay off them credit cards and stop using them credit cards, okay? Especially if this recession hit like they trying to make it hit, right? And some people are saying they kind of feel pressure from, as far as owner ops, lease ops, they're kind of feeling, I've heard from Prime drivers, a number of Prime drivers on and off YouTube, they're feeling the pressure of the rate per mile going down. Owner ops, I've heard from them, they're feeling the pressure of the rates going down. They really have to work a lot harder to get the $3, $4, $5 mile loads, right? Lower your debt to income ratio and suddenly that pressure is lifted a little bit. You're not having to pay all these extra bills, man. So paying off your credit cards, number 1. Number 2, pay off any vehicles that you have that you are financing. Number 3, if you can't hurry up and pay it off, consider, do I need it, man? Especially like if you're a trucker like me. I bought that car. I didn't really need that car necessarily when I bought it. I don't need it right now, but I got it. It's a nice little ride though. Gives me a little bit more flexibility, and it gives me a little bit more flexibility. Anyways, so if you don't need it, excuse me, what I did with my Harley was, I knew I didn't need it. That was a play toy. That was a recreational vehicle. I paid the difference between what they said they would buy it for, and what I owed. Turned out to be like $1,500 straight, right? I paid that $1,500 and I sold that bike and got it off my debt to income ratio, dropped down. What else did I do? I just paid everything off as much as I possibly could. Tax season coming up, use your taxes to pay that junk off, okay? Third decision I made that totally reduces how much financial pressure I feel. It allows me to weather financial storms better is choosing, if you're looking for a job, if you're thinking about switching jobs, if you're trying to find a consistent gig, owner op, lease op. I remember I was thinking this way when I was an owner op, trying to find a consistent gig, whatever the case may be. Look for a gig that can weather the storm, right? One reason Sercon sold me was that their gig weathers storms better than other gigs, right? Like, let's just be real here. Reefer is not going to weather gigs better than hazardous waste, right? Hazmat waste. What else? Construction flatbed, right? Not flatbed division, but construction material specifically does not weather storms better than hazmat waste. Because along with the market goes the housing market and commercial construction market, and along with that market goes flatbed loads as far as lumber and so on and so on. Find you a niche that's going to weather the storms very well, man. Like I was thinking Walmart versus Sercon, but Walmart's not going to weather the storm like Sercon will. You see? That was one of the reasons why I didn't like Walmart as much. It's not going to weather the storm like Sercon's going to weather the storm. So I had to consider that, man. So when you're thinking about it, think about niches that are going to weather storms better than other. I mean, even if you're not thinking about trucking, you're thinking about a job, think about something that's going to weather the storm better. I can't think of any others, but, and this is, if you're not looking for a new job, then this doesn't really apply to you. Or, I think about Prime, like I wouldn't switch divisions over this really, especially since, to my knowledge, Prime's tanker division really does food grade for the most part, if not exclusively. And then flatbed versus reefer, I don't really know that there would be that much of a substantial difference. But like earlier when I was thinking about this video, I passed an Ashley furniture truck and I was like, I probably wouldn't go to Ashley furniture over Sercon, because when markets tank, furniture is not going to be the number one thing people are looking for. Loads are going to slow down, and if you get paid by the mile, it's not going to work good. It's not going to work out in your favor, man. Even if you get paid hourly, you're not going to be working as much. So those are just 3 decisions. There's actually more than that. I'd say the most impactful one is buying a house that was a lot less than I was pre-approved for. A lot less than I was pre-approved for. Maybe, if I remember correctly, I don't know, anywhere between $70,000 and $100,000 less than what I was pre-approved for is the house that I bought. So I don't have no $1,000 mortgage. My mortgage is like $568 and some change, if I'm correct. I don't know. My wife probably correct me on that, but it's under $600, and we live fine. I don't know. I got a little bit of property. I can park a truck on my property. I got a pasture I'm leasing out to somebody else. Like, it is comfortable for us. So those are the type of decision. If you got to buy a car, you got to finance a car. Finance a lot less than you're approved for. Don't go for the hottest, the nicest. Who cares, dude? You're just driving it. It's not that serious, dude. So I don't know. Those are just that's just kind of some thoughts I was having while I was rolling. Anyways, I'm chilling, man. I got less than 3 hours to drive tomorrow. This time, I brought my trumpet instead of my guitar. Why did I bring my trumpet instead of my guitar? I brought my trumpet because my guitar was a little awkward. When I would try to, I can't tell if my camera's dirty. Anyways, I'll clean it for next video. When I would try to play my guitar in my truck, it was awkward. If you play the acoustic guitar, you know what I'm saying? Like like the actual body of the guitar, the belly of the guitar, whatever you want to call it, hangs lower than your leg does. So like my guitar was hitting the bed. It wasn't comfortable, man. So I brought my trumpet instead. I've been kind of wanting to pick my trumpet back up anyways. And my buddy Bill Lane that works here at Circon with me, he remembers me 15 years ago when I was at the open mics and playing with bands with my trumpet, man. And Bill was bugging me a little bit before the new year. He's like, you need to bring your trumpet on road. So I got my trumpet. And I'll tell you one other thing before I close. So I know a guy who is working on, man, if you got this far in the video, you're really wondering what I was talking about. I know a guy who is not working. He has a kind of like a CDL learning courses kind of type of thing, you know, to teach you more in depth what you don't learn when you're training at Prime. A lot more in-depth information, things a lot of old timers would know. And like one of his books is exclusively about tires. I told him, like, dude, as far as truckers go, they can digest information by audiobook better than just reading. Like, because he sent me a PDF document. So I told him, like, yo, if you want to pay me to voice over that, like narrate that and just read it like an audiobook, you can do that. So I'm going to send him a sample. I'm going to record that tomorrow after I park up. That'll be pretty cool. Because I've been looking and getting like voiceover work, man. So that'd be cool. Anyways, Circon truck in the back. You see it? You see it? Bam. Anyways, I'm about to get in here and chill, man. I'm watching New Amsterdam on Netflix. Something else too. Something else I saw. Anyways, I'm getting in here, man. It's too chilly for me. We ain't gonna be long. Y'all already know what the motto is. Work hard, play hard, sleep hard. Find you somebody to love. I love y'all. Don't forget, it's not about what you believe. It's all about why you believe it. Live free.